Hello folks, back in No Man's Sky, just realizing I need to turn some lights on, and I gotta cross the room to turn another light on. I'll be back in just a sec. Oh, no I don't. My lovely wife has done it for me. Thank you. I am going to run some ads, as I always do at the start, so that we don't get some pre-rolls at the beginning for anybody who shows up. So if you happen to see this, and you aren't like actually subscribed, then you'll still see the ads. If you are subscribed, it won't matter at all. So there, that's 1 minute 30 seconds of ads, which should mean, I believe means 30 minutes of no pre-rolls. Okay, and we want to switch to there. I am on my Infiltrator again, and I am going to have to remember how to play her, because I've been playing my Necro almost continuously for the past, I don't know, 5 sessions maybe? So I'll warm up to it, I'm sure. But I'm not entirely buffed up, because I took a while to get everything set up there. Now we're fully buffed up. And we can go play with the big boys, hopefully. Not too big. I'm only realm rank 5L1 right now, so I'm not going to deal very well with somebody who's realm rank 11. Since I had a checklist. I had a checklist for all this stuff. And I seem to have misplaced it somehow, because all sorts of things there. Okay, bots visible. That's one of the things that matters, that I can see the silly bot. I don't need the rest of that stuff there for now. Audio appears to be going through okay. And yeah, it should all be good. So far, all I have is 5 bots out there. 3 of whom I invited. Don't know who the rest are. Now, I checked before I started, the task zone is actually down in Penning. So I don't actually expect to see many people here, but you never know. Oh, there we go. I'm going to get my butt kicked. But maybe we can do some damage to him first. No. 2 of you, though. That's really not. Oh, well, it was mostly ghost. I'm wondering if the other guy landed something on me too, or if he was fighting ghost. I didn't even look at the other guy. Okay. Annoying, but, you know, warm up. Now, thankfully, the done running? It is. Okay. Thankfully, the Infiltrator here has some money to pay for her recharging habits, because I was running low the last time I played her, and that was one of the reasons why I went for the Necro. Yeah, hopefully that's all right. Buff. And that one, I think. Can't use it yet. 22 more seconds. Oh well, we can port while we're doing that. Maybe we can have a rematch with Monsieur Ghost. Not for another 8 seconds. There we go. Actually, I'm going to sit for a second and get my last little bit of hit points back there. There we go. That'll do. I've gotten so used to playing the Necro that my responses are a little off still, unfortunately. I'll have to get over that. Man, he is kicking my butt. Oh, it's a different person. Wow. That is McLovin. Enjoy your poisons there for a while there, dude. Well, that's not boding well, is it? Wonder how many stealthers there are out right now. Okay, poisons first, as always. No. What am I doing? Boom, 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 boom. I remember spending a pile of time with my audience coming up with the probable best orders, and we don't want to screw with that. Okay. Everything is up. Except that. Back out there again. Go. Realm map gone. So I got used to playing the Necro. Necro was not particularly stunning in RVR at low realm rank or anything, but my problem with the Necro was I had to keep reminding myself that I was not a stealther, and then I come on her and I got to remind myself I am not a Necro. It's a weakness of playing too many characters. Oh, I have a few people out there. Hello, folks. How you doing? I'm getting my butt handed to me selectively by Midgard Stealthers. Shadowblades. Both Falcons. I thought they were the same guy, but they were different names. That means there's two of them creeping around out here. And I haven't been analyzing the fights well enough to really get a feel for whether or not they're, you know, PAing me or backstabbing or something like that at the start of a fight. Oh, we're just gonna jump off here and ignore those guys. Don't really want to fight a troll at the moment, thank you. Mind you, down here is where I met the second Valken, and he really kicked my butt, I'm sorry to say. Actually, we are going to go out in the center of the water here and let that last little bit heal there. Because I need every hit point I can get. Who is that? Cthulhu somebody. And Lord X Hades ZZ. Sure. And we got some realm points for whatever reason. I'll take that. Silly that I can sit in the water and heal faster, but that's better than there. Better than using up a pot. The other distraction is the fact that I've been playing City of Heroes with my old guild. The hell happened there? That's the guy who beat me last time. So I'll just go somewhere and heal. I don't know why he called that off. He was winning. Oh, because I hit the wrong RA. Idiot. Greater infectious serum. Okay. I mean, maybe I didn't hit the wrong RA. I hit Vanish instead of Purge. Which is, I mean, as errors go, not the end of the world. He was kicking my butt. Now, that also means I need to repoison. Just because I don't know what I fired off. Well, if I got 30 more seconds of that, then I'm not going to sit in the middle there. Greater infectious serum is really annoying. I mean, I don't mind handing it out to other people, but it's really annoying when you receive it. And I'm not firing that off for no reason. I mean, I'll have it back right away, but... why do that when I can just wait? We'll just... do we even have a Tinder thing on us? All this crap that... yes, I do. All this crap that builds up. Have a seat. Oh. Only one of you out there. Ah, there's Frog. Okay. Hello, PNA. How you doing? I was just chatting briefly there with your buddy Frog. Don't know if you caught my last thing, Bridge and Dock. I met two different Valkyns. I thought they were the same ones. It's been inconsistent. Oh, that's one of them, McLovin. Oh. Tons of mids. We'll just avoid that for now. Not bad, but I'm not... Oh, nothing. He just asked how I was doing. I said hi, and he asked how I was doing. I said I'm getting my butt handed to me by Valkyns. And he said, Bridge? And I said, Bridge and Dock. There's two of them out here. I can't remember the name of one of them. The other one is McLovin. He was the guy that was just fighting Oni-chan on the bridge here. Or Oni-chen, and Oni-chen appears to have lost. So I imagine he dove over the side there, but I'll check here just in case. Here comes Mr. Bone Dancer again. Which is fine by me when I'm Mr. Bone Dancer, but I don't have my bony all the way up there. How have you been doing? Oh, you said you're doing well. Have you think so? Okay. Well, then the other one will be around here somewhere, maybe. Okay. Okay, good. Good for Oni-chan. Oh, Seattle, yeah. I mean, I haven't been there in decades. Many decades. But yeah, I really liked it. It's very similar to where I live, mind you. More rain there than here, but that's about it. Did you get your exam done and everything is hunky-dory? I hope so. Awesome. Congrats. Honestly, well done. Awesome. Glad to hear that. Now you can go see what you can do with that. You're welcome. Particularly right now, I love it when I hear that something's gone well for somebody. Frog just dropped. Ah, it must have been a shaman there. That looked suspiciously like a dot, is it? Mold cloud, you betcha. Love playing a shaman. Haven't done it in a while. 54 seconds. It's annoying to be out of combat that long. Well, I got the impression that when you passed that test, you were a qualified person. Get the little certificate to put on your I love me wall and carry on carrying on, right? 21 seconds. I'm being really cheap here. I've got Purge 5, so it will be up in 5 minutes, but I know the next fight I get into, I'm going to want it. There we go. Right. Okay, cool. I don't know about in the American military, but in the Canadian military, whenever you got a course passed or you got a certificate or something like that, almost everybody had a wall somewhere where they had them all framed. And they used to call that the I love me wall. Oh, Dunkin' Donut. Oh, hey, that... You betcha. Yep, all that work. Yeah, of course. Sure. Oh, I'll jump in on this. Oh, no, I won't. They will. Oh, well, got somebody. Didn't even see who I was fighting there. The Boogeyman. Okay. Great name, actually. Somebody must have terrible healing. Okay, time to re-stealth. Did that work there? Yes, it did. And then re-poison, because I ran through a lot of them there. Oh, that got me... That did not get me. Just a sec. Equipment first. Yeah. Oh, I see. Yes. My bad. Actually, I will burn that there for that. Okay, well, he was worth 700 realm points. That doesn't hurt. I was saying before you got here that having played the Necro for, I don't know, 4 or 5 streams, my brain is all Necro. Yeah, practically right downtown. Have been since, I want to say 98? Yeah. Yeah, and here I am with 10 of them right now. Good solid sound doing that. Now, I'm not playing all 10. But in theory I am. Nuts. Okay. I do have these little, I don't know if you can see them, cheat cards that I've made up that have all the positions so that on my controller, so that if I forget where something is, I can find it again. Usually too late. I don't know, I've never taken it. Yep. Oh yeah, I've got them up for most of the classes, like the champion and the ranger, the savage, obviously Chelsie here. I don't remember who else. They're all over on the side table there. But it's the only way I keep it straight. The only problem is when I go to change stuff, then I have to, oops, oh well. Then I have to go and make a whole new one. I don't think there's many people here. I think we maybe drove them off. Well, these guys did, not me. Yeah, pretty much right downtown in Victoria, yeah. The ferry, I should know. It's probably just a couple of hours or something. Maybe even an hour and a half, I'm not sure. It goes right to the inner harbor here. I don't think you can bring a car. Oh, maybe you can. No, you can. There's parking for cars there. Like, lines for cars. And there I am without purge. And being arched. Yeah. Well, that was a good team. Not so good for me, but good for them, you know. I should have waited just a little longer. Are you thinking of moving north to Seattle there, PNA? Oh, hello, other folks. It is. It is. Like, Vancouver is fantastic. You can go, if you're the sort of person that wants to do it, you can go water skiing or skateboarding in the morning and then head up to the top of Whistler and go skiing the same day. You know, for all the outdoor stuff, the Pacific Northwest is gorgeous. I'm not a particularly outdoors person. I probably should be, but I'm not. Repoison. So it's great for that sort of stuff. The weather is, well, okay, your weather is probably not that much different down there. The weather is... Vancouver gets less rain than Seattle, I believe. Victoria gets less rain than either Vancouver or Seattle, which is cool. We still get a fair amount of rain. But yeah, the whole area is cool. Go up into the interior of BC or east of Seattle and you're out in the desert. That's kind of cool too. We did not do these buffs. Right. Okay. Yeah. I didn't know it rained that much there. It rains a lot here. More in Vancouver, like I said. Oh yeah. Drop that, have a seat, and find out where the task is at the moment. Aelin Bloody Vannon. I guess I can go to Aelin Vannon. Oh no, not her. Her. Blood mirror will do. Bye. That. Let me have my boat, please. Hopefully I got on the right one. I had a thing I was going to say, and it's completely gone. Nope, no idea. I didn't know you had protesters downtown. I mean, I know there's lots to be protested right now, but I didn't know there were any. I have not been following U.S. politics and what the news in general. It's just kind of depressing to watch it, so I've kind of been skipping just about everything. Well, I'm sure. I mean, reading about all the violence that's happened down there over people protesting, and then, I mean, I don't know what side of the politics you fall on, and it doesn't really matter, but there's been lots of upset both ways, and way too much violence. Now, from the sounds of things, it sounds like most of the violence has come from the police in various areas, but I don't know all the facts. I haven't been in the States since '91, maybe. Well, see, I have my opinions on things, but I don't want to voice them. Oh, there's Frog again. I don't want to voice them in cases where I really don't have all the information. I'm sure. I'm sure. I mean, it's just way too easy for me to say something that makes sense to me but is ignorant because I don't know all the details. And I don't want to do that if I could avoid it, particularly in a public forum like this where I might alienate somebody for no reason other than not being informed well enough, whatever I might think is correct or not. I think Frog is going to do that before I can get there, isn't he? You betcha. Honestly, I've never met an American I didn't like. And I had a great time every time I've been down there. I've only been across the border 4 times, I think. And the last time was probably 1991. Maybe 1990, I don't remember. So I'm very out of touch. Oh, hello and welcome, Sinati. Okay. Are you level 50 already? And you're just looking to template? And if so, which type of stealther? Or are you looking at rolling a stealther and haven't done that yet, or you're still like really low level or something? I'm more than willing to answer questions, and anything I don't know, PNA probably knows there, and there's others that show up as well, of course. But a few more details would be handy. The stealthers are probably the more expensive classes to template. Yep, sure. Okay, you do know about being able to trade money across the realms, right? Using place order. I think it's place order. Okay, good. Then what do you want to make? A Shadow Blade? Infiltrator like me? Or a Nightshade? Or one of the archery classes? Am I aiming at the wrong spot? I might be. Yeah, I agree. I haven't rolled one of those up yet. Well, I have, but she's like 22. Okay. Most of the time... Yeah. The process I went through is exactly that. I made the money in order to be able to get the epic equivalent to epic dungeon chest, whichever one it is. Not in this girl here, though, mind you. Here I've got crafted. If you get one of the crafting simulators, like I use one called Zencraft, lots of people use Loki and things like that. You can... Oh, let's not get trolled here. Sure, you guys take that, and then I'll take it from you about 10 minutes from now, when you're done running around like idiots. If you get one of those crafting programs, I particularly like Loki. It's not the most evolved or anything like that, but it works, and it can be tied directly into... there you go. Tied directly into Phoenix. Then... Oh, that's the other question. You are playing on Phoenix, not live. Then, if you look at what the crafted, the merchant stuff. Okay, I assumed you were. If you look at it, and you look at the benefits that it gives you, you can probably like this. There's good odds that this is the same. Level of utility and everything else as something that would have cost me 20,000 feathers, but I don't have the 20,000 feathers, and it's been crafted instead to be pretty much the same, maybe a little bit over, a little bit under, something like that, but good enough. This girl has imperfect stats, but they're really close. I'm capped on strength, capped on con, capped on dex, capped on quickness, and all of my things except, all of my resists except cold are good enough. My buffs just dropped, so I'm going to go convert this flag. and rebuff at the same time, because, you know, why not tell the Bone Dancer exactly where I am? No. You guys just run away now. Yeah, I know. On live, it's more work, but it's pretty fixed. Wish these guys would get their butts out of here so I could do this and not get killed mid-conversation. I don't care if I get killed. What am I saying? I'm only here to get the basic points. There. Here it's a matter of getting as good a ROG setup as you can, and then crafting the rest of the stuff that you need as bonuses, and then you're done. It's actually pretty easy. It's getting good ROG gear that has high percentages is the hard part. Really, that's it. That's the hard part. Now we want to go for the next flag, which will be... Where the hell are we? I want to go that way. So, I mean, basically what I did was I have Heart of Legion I'm using as my gem. Lots of people just leave it in their inventory. I bought that. I have Ring of Arcane Strength, which I bought. I have, that's a ROG ring. Wormskin Wrap, which I bought. Bracer of Health, which I bought. I'm using the Quest Ancient Copper Necklace. And I bought the Defiled Cowl and the Sacristan Coward's Belt. And the rest of it is a ROG ring that is 50 utility and crafted. And once I plugged all those values in there for stuff other than the armor and the weapons, then I went and worked out what I needed to have there. Well, I relied on buying them because I had money. Quite frankly, I had money because viewers had given me money. So I kind of cut corners there. I don't actually know very many people online here. I started streaming, I started streaming a game called No Man's Sky. I switched to streaming Dark Age of Camelot, and I was on live, and I had a lot of people say you should be on Phoenix, so I've been on Phoenix for, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 months now. So the quality of life is better here, so that was an awesome suggestion, and I'm really glad that people made it, and I'm really glad that I came here. But finding the ROG gear is just find some good stuff, and then you can work it all out. And honestly, I think I think that she has the most expensive template of any of my characters, and I did get PNA doing my spell crafting for me. So there's that. You got to allow for that cost. But other than that, I think it took 19 plat to template her. And it's good enough. I mean, if I'm 2% under when I take cold damage, I'm a stealther. If I'm not killing the person and they're busy casting spells on me, I'm probably dying anyway. I should be keeping them so busy that they're stunned and poisoned and unable to do anything because they're interrupted, and then I've killed them and run away. Any other circumstance, and I'm probably toast. So I don't worry about it all that much. But the percentages are there. All the resists are good. Like I said, there's 1 off, maybe 2 off or something like that. Everything else is fine. Now, this is not your high-end template. This is good enough. So I have 6 weapons, and they're crafted too. So I'm not using any of the high-end weapons. They're crafted. And They've all been made to have the exact same bonuses, and then I have swap macros here so that I can switch from my first set to my second set to my third set. And there's lots of people carrying more than 3 sets of weapons. So if you want a specific weapon, then that's going to get expensive because you're going to have to buy it multiple times if you want to be able to swap it. And that's a good point there too, yes. The procs are super important, and I had help. Lots and lots of help. So I'm not the best person to comment on this stuff in that sense, because I didn't have to pay for everything the same way everybody else does. I had lots of help from people. And there. Back. I hate this standing around thing. That's why I hate standing around. That cloud is probably showing me, giving me away, isn't it? But I don't even have my buffs up, let alone anything to combat all of the bone-breaking stuff there. Right. Okay, well, that's a big thing. Play something that you like, right? And we're just going to sit behind this tree and heal. Yeah, you want to play something you enjoy playing, or why play, right? I mean, I never expected that I would really like Infiltrator as much as I do. Here, I'll show you what I'm playing, since I'm sitting here anyway. These are the various characters that in theory I'm playing equally, but in reality I'm selectively playing. Okay, so in reality, I haven't been playing the Scald because he's not templated. I have been playing the Necro because I'm supposed to be raising money so that I can template the Minstrel and the Scald. I haven't played the Savage, but I liked Savage. It was fun and pretty powerful. And I'm probably going to roll more characters than that, which is really stupid of me. But I kind of want to try all the stealthers. So there's probably going to be a Nightshade and a Scout and a Hunter going somewhere down the road. And that's why I have the Necro, so that I can raise money to template them. Bone Dancer, I have a Bone Dancer who's like 40 or something like that. That was another thing. I was going to try Bone Dancer and see what I think of it. We are not healing here. Where's the dam? But I have no disease. Oh, I didn't actually sit. Is that what happened? I sit down. I'm not sure how all that works. I'm sure it's a little harder on Midgard. On Albion, the Necro is... I didn't expect to like Necro either, and I absolutely love Necromancer now. The Necro is fun, and he's not very good at RVR, but he's fun for capabilities and everything else. And I haven't tried it yet, but Animist on Hibernia is good for farming too, it looks like. I think PNA is a low-level Animist. Oh, there's some other people out there too. Hello, folks. Now the dangerous part. Rebuff. Re-stealth. Get out of there. And repoison. You have a templated animist. I didn't know that you had an animist that high. I recall you mentioning one, but that's about it. Oh, I can capture this one. Get killed by somebody and go home. Or I can go gank away somewhere. Right. Okay. Anybody hanging around? Not so far. They will appear now. Yep. Sure. Are you suspect BD? Oh, that would do it a lot, I'm sure. What spec is he? We want to go down to visit lovely Hibernia. Probably. The template makes a big difference. Having the right pots makes a huge difference. Okay. Okay. Mine's sup. I have only ever really played sup. But if I see you again, I might try Bone Army just to have tried it out. Because I've heard good things about it, but I've never played it. When the Bone Dancer first came out, sup was like the only spec anybody did. And just about every Bone Dancer I saw was a troll, too. Mine's a kobold right now. But everybody was going to be whacking people with staffs, so they all went troll. But definitely play something that you want. And yeah, the stealth classes are awesome for solo. And then it just is a matter of what realm you want to play. The Nightshades look fun. I swear they designed Midgard to be harder to play in. Everything's just a little harder. The mobs are a little close. All that sort of stuff. Oh, I know. I didn't say it necessarily made sense. But, that's what happened when they first came out. That's what I remember, anyway. Is that, there was tons of troll, bone dancers. And they were all sub-spec for the life tap, but that was the really good life tap, too. It was, well, in Mythic's opinion, it was overpowered. If you were playing one, it was kick-ass. It was awesome. Then they toned it down. If you haven't tried it, you should consider trying Necromancer too. Right. Maybe you're secretly suspect and you don't know it. Like, I rolled up my Necro, and you've got 3 specs, Death Sight, whatever the middle one is that's poisoning, and dots and everything, and Death Servant. And I tried Death Servant and ended up going back to Death Sight, because even when I had the Death Servant thing, I was playing it like it was Death Sight, and it didn't work worth a damn. And I didn't try the middle spec with the dots, because I don't really like kiting that much in this game. But I probably should try that too. Oh, yeah, that's true. Sup, yeah. I don't remember. No, my Bone Dancer isn't level 50, and I don't have him templated and everything else like that. I'm just still leveling him up, but I don't remember. Actually, I don't remember if he's died so far in leveling up. He probably has, I'm sure, but I don't remember it. Oh, hey, more realm points. Joy. Hadrian's Wall. Right. So, we'll die on our way to Hadrian's Wall, because, quite frankly, that would be easy to get to. Nobody running down the pike. Now, the thing is, I bet you that you could... yeah. Huh. That's what it used to be like with Spirit Master when it first came out. And specifically Spirit Master. I don't know why that pet, but oh. Thank you very much.
Sinity is now a follower.
Thank you very much for the follow, man. That did not work. There. Applause. Oh, no problem. I'm happy to blather on. Spirit Master early on, nobody would group with you. They didn't want you in groups for RVR because nobody knew what a Spirit Master could do because nobody played them. And if you went into somewhere like Spindlehala, your pets could easily fall to the very bottom floor of the dungeon, gather aggro, and then run back to you, bringing the mobs from the very bottom floor up. So you couldn't really level in dungeons either until they fixed that. And the summoning spec was weak. It was only intended for PvE, and it didn't work for that. The sup spec had nothing in it because it didn't have the PBAOE at that point. So there was only dark spec. So on Percival's server, I became the 23rd place Spirit Master when I got my first realm points. It was like 100 realm points, and boom, I was on the chart on the Herald because there was only 23 people playing them on Midgard Percival. And I mean, when you did get in a group, nobody knew what was going on. You can res? Well, yes, if I spec the right way, I can. You can heal? Well, no, I can health transfer, but, you know, it works out the same way. It's just expensive for me, but then I life tap the points back. It was really funny. And it was an awesome class because nobody played it. Then they gave it the PBAOE, and suddenly there was like hundreds of them. And it lost some of its... lost some of its specialness, I guess. And it's funny because I felt that way when I played. I felt when I rolled up the Necromancer here that it was playing the way I had wanted Spirit Master to play. Pretty much. But then it was really close to suggested changes for Spirit Master that I'd made. So maybe that's why. But Necro's fun too. Not very good for RVR though. If you want RVR, yeah, roll up a Stealther. That is the way to go, I'm sure. I'm having a gas on Infiltrator. Shadowblade is supposed to be great fun, but you really don't come into your own until you get to realm rank 5 or 6, I think. And people say Nightshade is good all the way up. So Nightshade is probably an excellent choice. Well, this is the thing. You might discover that you don't mind. I'm just going to buff and screw it. You might discover that you don't mind, but yeah, I would say if you didn't like the way Bone Dancer plays, you probably won't like the way Necro plays either. But I don't know. I got my Necro to 50. I never got my Bone Dancer above 40 so far. I like the way I like the way the Necro plays, and it's got a little bit more flexibility and stuff that it can do than the Bone Dancer does. But then I've only tried Sup Bone Dancer. I haven't tried Bone Army. Or is it Dark, I think? Oh, okay. Awesome. Awesome. I saw that you had subscribed to me, and I thought, oh, okay, that's somebody new that just subscribed 10 minutes before I was about to start broadcasting. Now I understand. I set up a separate channel for DAOC streams. Cool. And did you like streaming it? Oh, okay, good. So you know how to set everything up then. Well, I'll talk to PNA about Animist. I keep meaning to try it, but I haven't figured it out. Sure, I'm down with that. I will have to go follow your channel when I get a chance. I'm sure Animist is busy, yeah. What is it about Infiltrator? They have spec points up the yin-yang. It's really easy to pick out your spec and be able to do it. I am currently not perhaps typical. Where are we here? 38 stealth, 41 thrust, 21 crit strike, 50 dual wield, and 36 in venom. So I have all those points available to do that, and that's cool. If I was a Shadow Blade, I would have to decide on which thing I was going to give up on. If I was, what we got here? 2 Valkyns and an Elf. Two losing Valkyns. Oh, and an Elf. And going to be a shortly losing me, probably, too. Just your guys' bad luck that there was other stealthers just waiting for somebody to start a fight. Yeah, well, everybody's got to start somewhere. I'm not very high realm rank, but you know. That might have been, there was an archer on the dock there, and they might have been targeting the other one. Quite likely, actually. Okay, let us repoison while we think about it. Yeah, if they fell over that quick, it's probably what it is. Back over here behind a tree, because I'm going to lose my buff soon anyway. What do we got here? Grogach and an Emmenmacha Bandit, and they're both gray, so it doesn't really matter. Heal. Heal. Buff. Buff. Redo that. Stealth. Change direction. And then I'll probably go sit out in the water and heal up the rest of it. Infiltrator is to a great degree on easy mode, yeah. Because you've got all the points that you need. And that makes a big difference. Now, I'm 50 dual wield because I'm using dual shadows as my main. So it's an in front of target, and it has a 13 body damage bleed sit. So that helps quite a bit. But that's why I'm high spec there rather than in crit strike and the PA line and everything. I don't have all of that. I've just got PA. That's it. So I use PA when I get the chance, and otherwise backstab 2 when I get the chance, and otherwise I just end up meleeing them down. With Shadow Blade, you kind of have to choose which way you're going to go because you don't have as many points, so that makes it harder. And with Nightshade, from what I can see, the spells that you get are another easy mode. So 6 of one, half dozen of the other. I haven't tried Nightshade all the way up. I gotta give that a shot at some point. I keep putting it off for some other class, but I should try that. And I'll see how easy it is. But I've got one at like 22 or something like that, and she's been remarkably easy to level up. So if that's any sort of indication, Nightshade should be a good class to play. And of course, Luries. Luries are extremely cute, but they're also really hard to click on. So that's kind of cool too. But like I said, Infiltrator's been really enjoyable. It might be that if I get a Nightshade up high enough that I'll find I like Nightshade even better than Infiltrator. I have a Shadow Blade at 46.5. I haven't gotten them all the way to 50. I never even got a Shadow Blade all the way to 50 on live. Because they were so hard to level. And it's so much easier to level here. We've had one person on the channel here who carries 19 weapons. I carry 6. I started off with 2, realized I need to use more poisons, and put 4 on there, and now I've added... I know, this is what I say too. But yes, this... I can't remember who it is. It's actually somebody that's fairly well known on the server, I think. I just can't remember who it was. Might have been another streamer. It's easy. I have macros here. Macro, switch, one-handed, 9. Macro, switch, offhand, 10. That switches these 2 weapons for these 2, I think. And then the other macros over here switch... No, these ones here switch to these ones here. These 2 here switch to these 2 on the other page. Just counting down the slots. It's not that hard. No, this is why I have them all identical, like mine are crafted, right? So I have 3 of these and 3 of these, and they're identical. So it doesn't really matter which one's which once I've re-poisoned them. Doesn't matter if I remembered to update the slots or anything like that, as long as I update all of them. And then in a fight, I hit with the first 2. I wait until a few of the things have built up before I hit purge. Then I swap to the next 2, and then I swap to the last 2. And I should end up with 4 poisons on them. Yeah, well, it took me a while to clue into it too, and it was based on feedback from people who showed up on the channel. So you can take advantage of asking me questions about how I've set stuff up, and we can translate it. But we also get people who are on the channel who've played this game for years and have done all this stuff before and everything. And I've gotten just fantastic amounts of advice. So that's helped a lot. More friggin' trolls. That looks like a full group there. All kobolds and 1 token troll. So yeah, that actually works. Now, if you did have different weapons, that might be another case. And if you're doing a shadow blade, then you can use a two-handed weapon, so that may make it more complex too. But basically, I just have these macros, and they're in pairs. So this is my primary set here, which are using Essence of Lethargy and Enervating Potion or Poison. And then this is my second set, and they have Essence of Weariness and Greater Infectious Serum. And then my third set has Life Bane and more Greater Infectious Serum, so that I can limit their heals and poison them, hopefully after they've purged. So I want to apply them in that order, but that's about it. And, I mean, if that doesn't work too well, then I'll switch the order. But I had a lot of help with people that were showing up here that had played for ages to get the order right as to when I should be putting, which poison on where and stuff like that. And as long as I keep remembering to get more of them, that should work. Okay. Well, then you can check which one's which by proc, of course, too. Come on, I seize you. Come on, dude. You want to come back to shore, don't you? Oh. No, you're going to go fight. Didn't quite work there, but maybe I can get onto this guy here. Maybe not. Too many of you. I find the stealthers immense fun, and the fact that I can pick and choose the fight is a real important thing to me. I have lots of fun with my visible characters too, particularly my champion, but I think the stealthers have it overall. And I haven't played my mini enough. I'm still working on getting her templated. That's why I rolled up the Necro. And I haven't played the Scald enough, and they should both be pretty capable too. But overall, I think that I prefer the assassin class stealthers the most. I have my ranger. I have played a hunter on live, and I liked hunter, and I like my ranger, but not as much as I like my infiltrator. So that didn't work there. That was funny. Rolled off onto the second monitor and trying to turn and scrolled chat massively, which was counterproductive. What do we got there? A shower. I suppose I should see where the task is right now. It is Hadrian's Wall still. Why don't we just go to Hadrian's Wall? Which means, of course, I'll get in a fight, because now that I've decided to do something, I will be prevented from doing it, but that's okay. I am going to need more coffee and more scotch sometime soon, though. Okay. Sure. I will be careful. As PNA knows, I'm always careful, right? I never do anything silly or stupid. No. Of course not, no. No, even though I was wondering whether or not you had taped down the button to do this emote. Because it was coming up a lot. Hello, folks. There's folks out there that I don't know. Hello. Thanks for coming to the channel. Ah. Be critical. I don't care. I can take it. I can, actually. I'm perfectly comfortable with admitting that I have screwed up, or that I don't know how to do something, or that I need to learn more, or that I that it can be improved, whatever it is. I'm perfectly willing to admit that. Because it's a game, and I want to get good at it, but I don't care if I lose. As long as I can try and learn something from it. Even if it doesn't always, actually get planted properly. Hello, Cleopatra. Sometimes I miss the stealthers. Sometimes I have made some spectacular mistakes. But you will do me the favor, I hope, of admitting that going from I have not played Dark Age of Camelot in over a decade to I am playing an assassin class in a different realm is a bit of a jump and somewhat of a learning wall. If I was failing dismally at PvE, well, not so much of an excuse. But there are other players out here who have been playing for a long time. I would venture to say that you are terrible at Assassin just because you don't like playing Assassins. Because you seem to be pretty good at everything else. Oh, here. Look, all three of you. Thank you very much. No time to get a slash rude in there. Damn. Yep. Yep. The Glorious Rangers. I have seen one of them engage in a fair fight where just the one fought. And they were okay. Oh, template up your hunter. How hard can it be? Right? And then, Nightshade should be good. Is your Nightshade all to 50? Like all the way to 50? I did hit somebody there, so I better redo these. Okay, cool. What did they take? I took one tower there and there's another one under siege. Right. Can we pop into here? No. Here. Yes. Or I can go here and take a boat up. That's better. It sounded remarkably like a siege weapon or something. There's a gate here, isn't there? West, yes. And yeah, we'll just double those up. Stealth. And let me out. Thank you. Southwest down here, right? It's either here or over that way. I could never remember. It's over that way. There we go. But see, if you level up a stealther, you don't need to worry about playing them with the rest of your group. You just go out and solo and all is glorious victory. And easy mode if you're a nightshade. Wrong map. Go away. Thank you. Yeah, I know. I know. You're sadly addicted to grouping up with people and playing with your friends. See, it's easier for me. I don't have any friends playing DAOC except, you know, viewers, which is cool, but sure, anywhere. Bye. Give me a boat, lady. Thank you. Oh, right, they're all on the wrong coast, eh? That's too bad. I didn't realize that. I fear I have another bot out there that I haven't identified. Oh yeah, not really putting down having a solid group. I mean, I was in some great guilds before. Oh, no problem. Yeah, I broadcast, better make sure I jump off the boat at the right time here. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Usually around 7 or 8 PST. And yeah, I look forward to you coming back, and we'll hear about your stealther when you get going. Yep. Oh. Enemies. Multiple enemies. Probably multiple enemies. I haven't clicked on anybody successfully. Norseman, that counts. A lurricane just sitting out there in the water. You moved. That's no good. Oh, there's bunches of them. We'll go play bridge. Yeah, hopefully we'll see you next time. Thanks very much for dropping by. And thank you very much for the follow. I'm very slowly creeping up here. My problem is I really need to play during the day when the Europeans are on. And get used to that game, which is probably much faster and more brutal. I keep meaning to do that, and then something else keeps coming up, and I'm doing that during the day instead. And then suddenly it's time to stream, and I haven't done anything in the way of prep. Like, for instance, I only have 502 gold right now because I had the time to go and farm on my necro, but I didn't actually do that. And he's all templated now, and there's no excuse not to do it. It's just a matter of going and, you know, doing a little bit of boring gameplay and making all the money in the universe. But not so much. No, I had to try and see if I could figure out how to do a fancy sort of transition from one screen to another in this OBS software, which didn't work, but took hours to find out it didn't work. For instance, that was yesterday. And then my wife and all my friends, real world, what am I stuck on there? Real world friends started playing City of Heroes, so I had to go check that out again and realize I have 24 characters on City of Heroes. I see you, Lurikeen, with lousy... Oh, no stealth. But so does somebody else. And you are, of course, bait, I'm sure. Yep, there's the bait. Whoa! I must be getting arched there, too. Yes. Oh, 3 of them. Right, okay. So it's the Rangers again. It's a really kind of a sucky tactic. I mean, fair's fair. It's a game. You can play it that way, but the only answer really to it would be for me to go grab a couple of scouts or another stealther and reply in kind, right? Hope to hit them before they hit us. They're not always there, but hello, Embrace the Vibes, by the way. But yeah, it does get kind of cheesy. But then I was playing a Necro last week, and that's cheesy too. It's not always, no. The Power Rangers there really are kind of cheesy, I got to admit. Like I said, I saw, and I have fought one of them in a one-on-one fight where there was no interference. I don't know if they were busy with somebody else or what, but, and I mean, they were good enough as players. I'm not putting them down for that at all. The only thing that's cheesy is that I'm going out there looking for a one-on-one fight, and I find a 3-on-1 fight, and that's not fun. Not fun. One-on-one where I lose, as long as I had fun, I don't care. No problem. 3-on-1 is just kind of irritating. When it's a deliberate thing, and that is a deliberate thing there. They're deliberately going out of their way to try and set up circumstances like that. They like the one person unstealthed as bait, standing there buffing or whatever. And I've fallen for it a few times, I admit, and then I think, hang on, I know what's going on here, and then I get nailed by 3 Lurikeens. I'm sure they're having fun. But, you know, not so much. So I can't go back out there anyway. And we have mids everywhere here now. Nobody playing over in middom. Oh, and they're on the hip side too. Huh. Do you mean your minstrel? That's one of the reasons why I rolled a minstrel too, is because I know they're kind of overpowered. Or they can be when you're good enough. So yeah, I have my mini, but I don't have her templated yet. But yeah. Excuse me. That is the inevitable result of getting frustrated from losing too much, is you go and roll some cheese class and play that for a while to make yourself feel better. I keep saying I don't care if I lose as long as I learn from it, but it is annoying to continuously lose. You know, that does get tiring. It was still Hadrian's Wall, so if I jump, I can't jump in there either. Wow, okay, so they carefully placed everything. Oh, well, back up that way and ignore the... No, can't go to there either, because they've taken this tower, eh? Well, ain't that annoying? Can't go there, can't go there. Can't go there. Can't jump here. Gotta run cross country if I want to go to any of these. That's kind of annoying. Oh yeah, sure. I'm sure there are. When Minstrel gets to very high realm rank and can drag around the, you know, the really big ass horse and stuff like that, that's probably what people think of. But yes, that's true. I could do that. I could go to Herbury and run across the water. Sure. Sure. That'll do. Thank you. Not thinking here. And we want to go west, young man, right? Yeah. Is there a door out somewhere here? Oh, bugger that. I just realized I don't know if I've even been to this keep previously on this character. I must have. Here, let me out. Stealth. Thank you. And... west. Yes. West and slightly south. That'll do. A lot of the classes that people say are overpowered actually aren't unless they're in the hands of somebody who's really good with them. Like, I'm sure that there is a ton of lousy minstrels out there, and it's kind of a forgiving class, so they can do okay. And then there's a few really good minstrels out there, I'm sure. And I'm sure that's true of all the classes. It's just that some of them are a little bit more forgiving than others. I feel like Necro is an easy class to be mediocre on and get away with it. I'm sure it is, yeah. And, I mean, when you do a, is it server info? Only if I can type? Most popular classes being played right now: Ranger, Necromancer, Kabbalist, Hunter, Skald, Healer, Infiltrator, Minstrel, Berserker, Bard. If we go down to the bottom end of the list there, those are probably the ones that don't solo as well. But they're probably some of the ones that are harder to play too. I mean, that's making a broad generalization, but I don't know, because Theurgist is down there, and it doesn't look like Theurgist is all that hard to play. I haven't played one, so maybe I should shut up about that, but it doesn't seem to me like it was all that hard. And it's a pretty powerful class and very effective. But being able to do well at them is another matter entirely. Sure, it doesn't matter. It's all going out the same route. So... I think Ranger and probably the other Archer classes can be a little hard to play well. But they're not that hard because you can stealth and you can, you know, stay out of a fight if you want to. Healer, I think, is probably a pretty hard class to play well. I mean, you can just sit back and spam heals and stuff, but if you're doing all the mezzing and you know, demezzing and all that sort of stuff, it probably is a bit involved. I haven't played a healer in ages. And mine was an AUG healer, and I soloed him. And, you know, it was all kind of silly. Yeah, well, maybe I'm wrong. Perfectly willing to admit that. Oh, really? I better not lose track of where I am while I'm doing it. Oh, yeah? Huh. You'll see what happens when I walk over here then. And maybe you're pulling my leg and I'm going to get killed by guards, but... yeah, mid has this. I jumped. Wanted to see what happens when I walk up to this guy. No, he's fighting me. Oh joy, I killed a guard. Okay, well, it was just an experiment to see what happened. What happened is he was still there and still willing to kill me. I just did that for no reason. I meant to do this. Doesn't change anything. But it's kind of funny. "55 more seconds. How about this one?" Now, what did I miss here? Oh, I see. Yeah, no. That's easy to do. It's easy for me to forget who I'm playing, except that I have mostly been playing Albion lately, and I know Albion, but I'm mostly thinking that I'm an Alb. When I go to play my champion or my ranger, then I'm going to be really screwed. I'm used to the Boo Albion thing. I never understood why anybody liked any of the classes there. And now I find myself wondering what the hell was wrong with me. They're not bad, some of them. I like Minstrel, I like Infiltrator, I like Necro. I don't really have any interest in Wizard. I tried Kabbalist and didn't like it, although people love it. But, you know, other than that. Oh, and I've got an armsman who's not probably ever going to make it to 50, but he's fun. It's fun to whack on things and really do big damage. But, you know, it's just a whole change of... I felt the same way about Hib, though, too. I tried Hib classes, and I didn't like any of them way back when. And then I come back here and decide, well, okay, I'm going to play on Percival. I will start on Hibernia, and I will learn to love Hibernia. There's got to be something good about it. People like it. And I had a gas, and I met really nice people, and it was cool. And then I thought, well, I better try Albion, because I know I like Midgard. And I've had fun on Albion, too. So, go figure. It's a whole different game, and I'm just seeing it from a slightly different perspective or something. It's strange. Oh, that is not an enemy creeping up on my side there. That is a bit of dirt on my monitor. My brand new clean monitor. Should be cleaned. I blame the cat. Even though she never gets up on my computer desk, so it probably isn't the cat. Oh. Hey, by just running around and getting killed and occasionally killing a person, I might act... Oh, and whacking on a keep. I might actually get to R5L2 tonight. Cool. Congrats. No, but a hair. Not even other albs. It's strangely quiet. Who's that? Tarian. Okay, there is another alb. Just to prove me wrong, there's another alb here. Excuse me. Yeah, nobody here really. Task realm. I should macro this thing, shouldn't I? Say that every single time I type it. Odin's Gate. That's why I'm supposed to be in Odin's Gate. Well, hell. It must have just switched, right? With that tick. Yeah, right. We're off to Odin's Gate. To die for glorious Albion. Sounding kind of hib saying that. Sorry. Terrible accent. Nope, I had a thought and it's gone too. Obviously, I need more coffee. And this is not the time to be making it, is it? Odin's Gate. Good thing those enemies didn't come sit on the dock. No, I just had... Oh, wow. I just had another thought. I don't know what it is. Gone. And this is after I've been sleeping well recently. Kind of amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Having a good conversation. Something I'd like to listen in on and be able to relate to you, but no. Part of it's trying to do too many things at once. I'm trying to develop a new one of my fantasy fonts as a font. And I just upgraded my font software just before I had a crash. So that doesn't help any. We want to disembark here, don't we? So there's that going on, and then I'm trying to figure out other stuff to do with streaming, and then... No, they don't. Until they're resurrected in the back of my brain somewhere. Okay. We're now in Odin's Gate. Let's find the nearest stealther that wants to kill me by rebuffing. No? No volunteers? Oh, there's somebody. An elf, and that must have been a lurking there. It just ran away. a half-dead elf. Oh, there's all sorts of fighting going on here. Fun. Now, these other people are going to kill me before I kill this elf, but... Yep. But that's okay. Somehow I ended up targeted on Lurricane. Oh, there was a whole bunch of them there. Okay. But, you see, I have now... But see, the point is to come to Odin's Gate and die for Albion and get credit for it so that that little bar up there goes from R5L1 to R5L2. And I've just done that. I hit this dude here, who was probably sitting there as bait, and then a bunch of other people killed me, and now I release, and it doesn't matter if I go to Odin's Gate again, because for the next, in 43 minutes or whatever it is, I will get my little star that says I participated in RVR. Maybe, or maybe he was bait, right? Because there was all of a sudden a ton of people there. And I know that not all Luries are Nightshades or Rangers, but a good chunk are, right? I don't know. Okay, so now I have the freedom to go wherever I want to go. Okay. Well, then maybe he just AFK'd in the middle of the zone, or, you know, his ISP shut down suddenly, or his computer shut down and he hadn't timed out. I don't know. Ament was healing him when tunnel vision set in. I did not have tunnel vision. I did not. That was not tunnel vision. What we used to call scrapper lock in City of Heroes. Because people who played a particular class of melee called scrappers would get fixated on a target to the point of dying. Because I'm going to kill that damn thing. I am going to kill that damn thing. I am so close, and you're not paying any attention to your health bar. Same thing that used to afflict a lot of berserkers, for that matter. Now. No, that isn't what happened there. I saw a target out in the middle of the open. He wasn't moving. And I thought, here, I've got a chance to damage somebody and therefore to have participated in RVR. That's it. Now, the only problem is I can't jump out to any of these spots here. I've got to jump to Herbury again because the mids have very carefully picked all of these towers that they've taken, and the Albs evidently don't have any interest in retaking them. It's kind of weird. Albs can be extremely organized and then completely drop the ball, which is kind of strange. Well, it seems like to me anyway. West-southwest. Just a second and I will look. I did not look. The realm map would help immensely. Hibernia. They've evidently taken Krauchen in one of the towers, and somebody set fire to this one down here. Midgard? No, nobody ever goes to Midgard and fights. They never seem to have anything taken, except occasionally the Hibs will take these towers along the coast here or something. And in Albion, where Mid seems to love to come to play. That's not a criticism of Midgard. They're the ones that get it together. And Hibernia, I would say, comes second, and Albion probably comes third. I don't know why it is that way, but it seems to me to be that way. That is the impression I have gotten, is that the last thing the Albs want to do is go back and take all these things back, whereas the first thing the Mids would do would be to take them all back. I'm sure. But then there's the other factor. Midgard also has Darkness Falls, right? And I don't know with New Frontiers how true it is, but back in the original game when they introduced Darkness Falls on Percival, Midgard had it all the time because that was the best place to level. Right, okay, sure. Time zone differences, sure. I don't play... I play North American night hours, and for that matter, at the end of it, it's almost 10 o'clock for me here, and for all the folks on the eastern coast there, it's going to be really early in the AM, right? So... Okay, looks like my friend Actual Kevin is going to be streaming something on his new setup. No Man's Sky, not Dark Age of Camelot, but he's been working for ages on getting this whole thing rebuilt. His whole studio is different and everything, so good on him to finally get streaming again. He hasn't done it in ages. Where are we now? Oh, there we are. Okay. Yeah, we don't quite have the population in North America here, I guess, to balance the European population and keep it going round the clock. Well, /U would do, right? There are 44 Albs on the frontier, 63 mids, and 38 Hibs, 145 total. And the last time I logged in during the day, there was 900, maybe 1,000 people in the game. That was across all three realms, of course, but 250, 300 per realm and stuff like that starts to add up. Whereas when I'm normally playing here, it's just not like that, which is unfortunate. I'm going to go back over to Hibland. Hello, to Ruffian. Well, this is Phoenix. It's pretty close to old school. It doesn't have Old Frontiers, and I kind of miss Old Frontiers, and I didn't play Phoenix when they had Old Frontiers. I missed it, unfortunately. But this is a lot more old school than Live is right now. I mean, your archers still have quivers and arrow types here, not magic spells that produce arrows out of thin air. So this is closer. If you want really old school, we'll get rid of realm points, we'll get rid of relics, we'll get rid of realm keeps, we'll go back to Old Frontiers. There'll be no horse routes. See, I never did enough of Labyrinth. I should be keeping track of where I am, shouldn't I? Just down here will do. Or maybe I'll go way down in there. Do you think anybody... No, it's not going to meet that many people on the frontiers, is there? We'll just get off here. Yeah, and see, I mean, I did do Labyrinth. I do remember being in there. But, I think I kind of stopped playing roundabout when that happened. I'm not entirely sure of the chronology there, but I remember I stopped playing because I went to play other games. And then I came back and there was Labyrinth, and I recall going in there with my hunter. I don't know about anybody else, but I went in there with my hunter, and I never really got a good feel for it. But it was very confusing. I've always loved Darkness Falls, though. And the Labyrinth was much bigger than DF, right? From what I understand. So I saw like a tiny, tiny percentage of it. Okay. I remember the teleporting bit. Yep. I like Darkness Falls, but again, I think that Midgard got a little cheated in Darkness Falls. Albion has an okay setup. There's a couple of different ways you can go. And Hibernia has lots of different things that you can do there. Different ways you can go PvE-wise or routes through and stuff like that that I haven't had a chance to see. Yeah, true. Okay, if it was like the PvP event and constant action, I could see why people would want to play there for sure. Where the hell am I? Right. $125 mids, 100 hibs, 120 albs. So the hibs have the most excuse for not having taken back all their stuff. Oh, just buff. $27 minutes on... Oh, so there's a thought. Where's the next active task going to be if it's in Odin's Gate right now? See, I always like doing stupid things, like I soloed my AUG healer to 50, much of it in Darkness Falls. He did group once, at least. Probably more than once, but not much. And it took forever, but I like doing that. That's why I keep trying weird specs on various characters here. Why my champion is sword and board when everybody says it should be large weapon. I like to think that there's more than one choice in the way you spec and stuff like that, even if mostly there isn't. Where are we now? We're just on the shore here, bulk. Okay. I don't think that I've heard anything more about the supposed classic server from Broadsword. I don't know if anybody else has. It seems like they made an announcement that they were going to do that. Then they ripped off the PvP event from Phoenix and ran their version of it, which didn't work very well by all reports. And then haven't heard anything more since. And I hope their classic server isn't just that they've got an intern, unpaid intern in there pouring through the code trying to figure out how to make it work. I hope they've actually put some money and effort into it. And I suspect they haven't. Let's see what the stats say right now. Not a lot of RP. Well, okay. It's all right. Some. No, I don't think it would. And it remains to be seen if they'll ever do it. But if they do, how classic they really mean to go. Personally, I think that they have to come out with something, and I think they're going to botch it badly. See, the advantage here is people that are running this server are running it because they love the game. They don't have to make money off of it. Whereas Broadsword is a business, and they have the right to make money off of it, and they want to make money off of it, but then the temptation is to make it pay to win, too. And that drives people away. People don't have spare money to pay subscriptions for games as much anymore. I don't think. Well, the thing where everybody serious has to have 2 accounts, so even Classic will have bots. Yeah, see, that's another thing, is that the necessity of bots. I mean, honestly, if there's a reason I don't play on live right now, that's probably it right then and there. I don't want to have to run a second bot account. I don't want to even have to coordinate all that just to have the 2 characters there to buff me and away we go. I'm absolutely sick of that. And for the longest time, I was paying for 3 accounts. Well, my wife and I were paying for 3 accounts. I had my account, she had her account, we had a third account that had a shaman on it that we used as a buffer. Stupid. But I also worry that when they come up with their version of a classic server, their conflict of interest over getting money from it is going to make them want to make a classic server, but then you can get buffs, but you have to pay real world cash for them, or you can buy extra special items, or you can only play certain classes if you're subscribed. Like they're doing right now. That's all kind of frustrating too. Now, I do wish that some of the classes you can't play here, I could play because I really like playing them, but that's okay. I could go back to live and play there too if I wanted to. Nothing preventing me. I really liked Valkyrie and I really liked Vampire, I have to say. I don't think I ever played Gareth. I think I might have missed that. I do remember the name Gareth. But I don't know if I ever played it. 2005? Okay, then I just didn't play it, because I was still playing then. Pretty sure I was still playing then. Did you? Okay. I remember I tried Modred and did not like Modred at all. The experience was suboptimal when all I did was get killed again and again and again while trying to even get to like level 10. But for the people that, you know, really embraced that, that was cool. If you went over there as a whole guild, I imagine it worked much better. If you just went over there solo, not so much. I, of course, chose the solo option. Why is Grandpa just sitting here? Ah, waiting for somebody here. Is that a TOA shield? Grandpa is it? Oh, it's pretty evenly matched. Was pretty evenly matched. Okay. The dueling crowd. That's something I've never really understood. I mean, I get that people want to try them. Isn't there an arena you can meet in? Or is that only people from the same realm can meet there? Silence. I've put you all to sleep. Come on. I'm gonna have to stream during the day sometime and just see how different the gameplay is. Because right now there's... yeah, 138 people on. Hello, Bosk. Okay. How you doing? I can tell the people that I knew in university by whether or not they call me Gonzo. Good. Oh. I think actual Kevin is going to be on sometime soon. Because he sent me some text that I got on my watch saying something about having figured something out on the ATEM. He's got this really fancy setup going. I'm sure he's told you about it. Oh, is Mr. Troll back to doing more trolling? Or is he just being killed by a local who didn't know he was dueling? Oh well. Yeah, no kidding. He spent weeks and weeks getting it all organized. Make sure he's not in the audience. Yeah, good question, actually. Tell us about the classic rule set of Gareth. What was it that made it different? No TOA, 5,000 range on buffs. Okay. This is cool. Outskate for 1525. Okay. I always meant to check out Gaheris and see the PvE only server too, and I never got around to it. I don't know if it still exists or not. Maybe I could still do that, but it's just a part of the game I never actually tried, which is kind of funny because I wanted to try everything at one point or another. Where are we now? Very slowly. Really? With like 7 people that regularly log in? It would be ironic to go there and discover like 600 people logged in regularly because they've been hiding away there. I never hear it mentioned. If it's still around, I didn't know that at all. Yep. God help you if you're the new person that shows up. Give people heart attacks. I like the idea of alternate rule sets, though. I really do. This is... Oh, what's happening there? Who's fighting who? Oh, Achilleo and a Norseman. Zrabar. Okay, another duel there. All these people that like to duel all the time. Where are we going? We're going back to Odin's Gate. Vladimir, take me away. Give me a boat, lady. I think I've got my system set up so I could log into more than one place, so I should try that sometime. Just check it out. I built a base in No Man's Sky that's reminiscent of an Escher painting. Glitch staircases everywhere. I call it the House of Escher. I'm so punny, yes. It's funny, I downloaded Valheim and installed it and played it, and I like it. But I haven't been back to it since, and people have been building some amazing things there, too. Fall of the House of Usher? I presume you mean? I haven't read that in 30 years. Oh, no, you're talking about something else. Okay. I do not understand. This is where it's going to drop me off, isn't it? Yes. And amazingly enough, nobody there to kill me. What are we talking about then? I don't know. He said something about all the quests at least. Oh, I see. Valheim. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'm only just started. But people have been doing some incredible building there, which is what originally had me interested in it, actually. I'm confused on a higher plane. I don't know. If I just stand here and unstealth, can I claim this before anybody notices because they're all too busy fighting? Or do I get ganked? I can do it. Hey. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. And I'm sure that I'm missing a good chunk of chat too, even though I'm trying to pay attention to chat. And whenever I pay attention to chat, I often die in the fight that I'm in. Because you folks are interesting. That's part of the problem. If I didn't care about an audience, you know, it wouldn't be bad. Ooh, a half-dead hunter. I have been killed by so many hunters. Stormer Frew. No, we'll just leave that alone. Lest I become just one more casualty. Who's that down there? Looks like a kobold-sized person dressed all in black. Might even be a Luri. Oh man, don't talk to me about glitch building, man. I tried to figure that out several times. And look what happened to my hair, you know. It was so frustrating. It's very tricky, and then they change things and it doesn't work anymore. And then they come up with a new method and that one works, and then you see the YouTube broadcast on something and you go all the way through it and you look it up, and then the first comment you see is, well, this doesn't work on YouTube or it doesn't work on PlayStation anymore, or it doesn't work on PC anymore, or whatever. Yeah, I heard that. I'm only catching half of that, which is okay. Now I'm going to do that again. No, I'm not. 32 more seconds before I can do it again. Never heard of Darkest Dungeon. I don't see anybody there. Every once in a while I miss Dungeon Keeper, I gotta admit. That was really quick, still riding. Really quick. Unless that guy was low level and I didn't notice. Come on. Thank you. Used to be a running joke in the military, Canadian military. When you're out in the field, you don't salute, like you don't salute officers, right? Because if there was a sniper out there, the first person they'd shoot would be the person who was getting all the salutes. So the running joke used to be, you get some new second lieutenant who doesn't know what's going on. You say, permission to carry out a sniper check? Sir? Granted, sure. You salute them. No snipers present, sir. Carry on. Darkest Dungeon is a game based on the Cthulhu mythos. Oh, I love Cthulhu stuff. Longtime reader of H.P. Lovecraft. Matter of fact, I've got a friend of mine. I don't know if he still does it, but for the longest time, he would read 2 stories at Christmas. He would read, oh God, whatever the standard Charles Dickens A Christmas Story or whatever, and then he would read at the Mountains of Madness to sort of contrast that. A Christmas Carol, sure. No, I love all the Cthulhu mythos stuff. Aren't they doing a Cthulhu-themed TV show now? Yeah, it is a bit of a contrast. Oh, we're... Controller's gone spastic. Drifting me sideways. There we go. Noise? There is noise here. What was the second one? Lovecraft Country. Right, yes. The second one was At the Mountains of Madness. Oh, I have to do this, don't I? Stupid, but I have to do this. Oh, that didn't work at all. Nope. Karine. Well, that's no good. The other person that showed up there. Ah. I didn't see anybody add on me there. Oh, yeah. This guy. Yep. Probably PA'd me or something, because 365 damage is noticeable. Look at that money flow out of there. Hunter, okay. Okay. Lurking, no problem. Lurk away. And I'm glad to be a TV star. Okay, what I am going to do is go and put the kettle on for some more coffee. Or, no, actually I can pop a pod in the machine. And I will be back in just a second. I have to go get rid of the previous load of coffee. Just a sec. There, now that has me wondering. You were saying that the Gareth server was really close to this. It makes me wonder whether or not they didn't set up this particular design for a classic server based off that. Whereas I thought they'd settled on that 165 themselves and, you know, developed it all from there. That's kind of interesting. Well, kind of interesting if you like minutia. I like minutia. Okay, so that should be caught up there. Those are done there. Haven't clicked that. Still can't go out to the frontier properly, can we? Nope, so it's Herburian boat. That doesn't let me out. And then we want west, south, west, that way. Turn that down again, because when it gets... I still haven't figured out how to adjust the gamma on my system properly. There's got to be a way to get it tweaked in the way I want it to be. Are we going the wrong way? Are we confused on a higher plane? We are going the wrong way. More west. Now, obviously, the fuel of all good gameplay is coffee with whiskey. I am running Reshade. I installed it just last week. But now that you mention it, I don't think I started it up, and you have to start it up for it to work, right? It has to be running in the background. So I don't know if I can do that after the fact. But that's actually why I went and looked up Reshade and set it up and everything else like that. Okay. Just a second here. Let us click on something that lets me see if it shows up. I have all sorts of stuff I don't need running. That's always useful. See it on the loading screen. I don't remember seeing it on the loading screen. I have the Reshade setup on my bar here, though, which should start it up, right? Sometimes I would like to be able to go to Microsoft and just beat up the developers with a baseball bat. Don't know if that's making any difference there or not. It is installed in the DAOC folder. It should be. But I don't know how to tell if it's running after the fact or not, except it seems to be a little bit lighter here now. But that could be the time change too. Flash time. It is supposed to be 4 in the morning. Home key. No, home does not pull up a big key. Big overlay. Maybe it's not running. Maybe I'm wrong. I guess I could just jump into Fouette's boat, couldn't I? Except that they left. Dunkirken will do. No, home is not doing anything like that. That might be that, or it might be that I've got my system set up differently. Or maybe I need to reinstall Reshade. I don't know. But I set it up. I pointed it at Camelot.exe in the right folder. And that's what it said to do. And I don't know if it's running or how I tell if it's running. Except you say I should be able to see a big screen and I don't. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'd be occasionally down with that. I have to say I like Windows 10 much better than every previous version of Windows, and I started with Windows 3. I never ran 8.1. I went from 7, stuck with 7 for ages, and then went to 10. I actually like 10. It's pretty good. And they've gotten better every time for the most part, but boy, do I get tired of things just not working the way you would expect them to logically work. Like, to my mind, when I set the sound preferences for an app in the Microsoft OS software, and then I restart my system, it should kind of remember where I set things. It doesn't. Ever. It's not like it resets to defaults. It just doesn't make remember any of the changes that you made. So the first thing I have to do when I start a stream up is open up sound settings, go to app settings, start my game, tell it to be configured to the same thing it's already configured to, and then it will wake up and say, oh, okay, so I'm supposed to be on VB cable A. Well, see, the problem is that the Mac isn't any better. I have my Mac desktop, and I love things about the Mac side of things, but they have stupid things too. Oh, see, I've got a Mac desktop here, 27-inch Mac desktop. Had the hard drive die on it, so it's booting off an external right now until I can afford to go get a SSD put in it. It's a great computer. Make no mistake. It is. I was very happy I bought it when I bought it because I had the money for it. Now I don't have the money to replace it, or I'd have a newer one. But there's stuff about the Mac, like trying to do OBS audio on the Mac is just a recipe for wanting to punch the walls or anybody who, gets within reach of you. It's really frustrating, the audio there. And the Windows audio is a bit better, but it still isn't faultless. And there's some software you can install to fix that, but it slows everything down. And eventually end up with lag on the audio, so that's no good. So there is a $60 solution I could install if I wanted to spend $60 on it, but it's kind of overkill and I don't understand how it works. So I haven't done that. My friend Actual Kevin does. But then he lives and breathes all this streaming and audio and video editing and everything else like that. That's his ballywick. I keep telling him he needs to make videos on how to do it all. But nothing so far. And he is the reason that I am streaming. It was his suggestion I give it a shot. He's the reason that Bosk is streaming. Oh, hey. We don't make huge jumps every time those things roll in there, but I'll slowly get my way through ROM rank 5 this way. Yeah. Yeah. Me too. I understand an awful lot about why some of this stuff happens, and I have no idea how to fix some of it, because it's just very well hidden. Well, why the sound settings don't get saved, I don't know. But Windows does not route audio on its own. The Mac doesn't either. And I think the assumption is, well, if you need to do stuff like that, you need to plug in an external mixing board and stuff like that. Yes. Yes. So I've got my Yeti Blue mic here. If I unplug it and plug it back in again, I get a little pop-up saying, "What did you plug in?" Yeti. It knows that the Yeti exists, but it doesn't connect it to the system. That's just inefficient. It's just bad design. And the audio routing on both operating systems is just atrocious. On the Mac, I assume that the reason is because they expect, hey, you're running a Mac, you've got no problem with laying out $600 to buy a board to mix stuff. Of course you're going to do that. That's what pros do, and we build for pros. For the Windows side, I don't know what their excuse is. They use far more things, but both. Like, yeah. So when I play a game on my computer, the only way for me to route that audio into OBS for Twitch so that I can keep it separate from my voice so I can balance the two of them together, and for my applause, or if I had somebody here on Discord, I'm all set up to do that too. The only way to keep all of those separate is to have a way to route stuff. Well, there is no way inside of Windows to easily route stuff, but there's a thing called VB cable you can download, and if you donate €1 or €5 or something like that, you can get 2 more VB cables. So I have VB cable A, and VB cable B installed on my computer. And I can tell OBS that it's going to get my game audio from VB cable A, and I can go into Windows sound setting apps and say, oh, DAOC is running, I want it to output to VB cable A, and then OBS will pick it up. But I have to go into that settings thing for apps every single time I start up a broadcast and retweak that. Even though it stays on VB cable A, it doesn't work. You have to switch it to something else and then switch it back, and then it wakes up and says, oh yeah, I was set on that. Well, there's no reason for that I can see. It's better than it used to be. It's better than what the Mac has, which is none of that. You can still use the VB cables on the Mac, but it's much more difficult, and I've actually forgotten how you get it to work right. So that sort of stuff is just really irritating. Now, there is a program called Reaper, which is an amazing way to map things all over the place. There's another one called, what's it? Something Banana. The same people that make the VB cable stuff, and you can run that. But, oh yeah, my computer's always on, yeah. My Mac probably had uptimes comparable to a Linux box. I mean, it would be on for months at a time without having been rebooted. Anyway, Reaper will let you route all that stuff, and it will run in the background, and it will keep track of all that stuff. As far as I know, I wouldn't have to reset anything. But I don't understand how it works. Hopefully it isn't connected to the internet if it's running XP. Well, that would work for why it has to do that when you unplug it and plug it back in again. Sure. Oh, good, Bosk. Did you ever hear about... There was a company down in the States. I'm not sure where. Silicon Valley or possibly Portland. I can't remember. Anyway, they had a server that... had been running forever in the background, and I don't remember what it did, but it was some aspect of their network, and it ran forever. And they went to go and change their network settings and change everything, and they unplugged all their servers and rerouted all the wiring and everything else like that, and they couldn't find this one server. Couldn't find it anywhere. They'd identified everything, couldn't find it. They found it inside a wall. They'd done renovations on one of the rooms, and on the joists of this particular wall, somebody had dropped the box in there, and it was all set up and running in there, and it had an uptime of like 7 years or something like that, but it had been actually put in behind the drywall. So they had to cut the wall open to get at the thing. They found it by tracing the wires and stuff. Yeah, it was running some version of Linux or BSD or something, FreeBSD, and really funny. Oh, okay, here, just a sec. Let me, yeah, I'm on the right one, good. Permit, BWC dog. Here, you can redo that again if you want so everybody can see it. Euro hours RVR yesterday from Midgard perspective. Huge fights. Yeah. I actually want to come on and just record some of that stuff for videos. And sorry you got a log, BCW or BWC, but thanks for dropping by. And thanks for that link there. I will check it out. Man, burp. Sorry about that. And the mic probably picks up all of it, too. Yeah, well, see, I want to go and record a pile of battle scenes with my interface turned off and zoomed in like this, and just get, footage and stuff like that I can use in video breaks. Like my final credits don't have anything active in them. I just reuse some of my initial show opening graphics, and I'd like to change that and make it more interesting. Eventually I'll get a hold of whoever that was. So I'd like to, I really need to log in during the day and sneak around and just video stuff. Unfortunately, I can't show that on screen here. The last time I showed video, it had some audio in it that was copyright, and I didn't get a DCMA or DMCA takedown, but I did get a notice from YouTube that the video had been demonetized, and it took 9 hours to fix that or something. So I'll have to check that out later. But If you're looking at doing split screen stuff, that is entirely possible through like Discord or something. If somebody was capturing their game in Discord and just feeding it through, you could pull that out and put it up as split screen, I'm sure. And then there's fancier solutions like my friend Actual Kevin's ATEM. That'll do amazing stuff. I swear those... It's me talking too much, but I swear those buffs only last 5 minutes, not the 9 minutes they say they do. What does that say? Huh. Yeah, I'll have to take a look. It's amazing how much stuff you can do with like OBS. It's just an amazing piece of software, and the fact that it's completely free is just, it just blows me away. I mean, I've done an awful lot of video stuff where I've assembled it in OBS because I can do it so easily, and it would have been much harder to do in the actual video editor. It's not perfect, but there's a lot of stuff there. Oh!
Hello Access is now a follower.
Well, hello, Access. That's funny to say. Thanks very much. Thank you for following. Greatly appreciated. Oh no, open broadcasting system. Thanks for dropping by. Are you playing Dark Age of Camelot somewhere? Excuse me. Forgive the burping. I don't know what's happened. Something I ate didn't agree with me. Yep. See ya, Bosk. Thank you for dropping by. If anybody plays No Man's Sky and wants to get up to date with that, Bosk is streaming No Man's Sky. I'd point you at Actual Kevin too, but he hasn't done any streaming in like 2-3 months, ever since he started rebuilding his entire streaming studio. And he has an entire streaming studio. I have half an office and too much junk. He's got a whole room and everything. It's cool. And a very patient wife. Wow. Maybe I'm going senile. Hey, no problem. No problem. You're doing really good, man. Why not give you a plug and help you along? And I get lots of them anyway. I mean, I don't know how many other Dark Age of Camelot streamers I have that are showing up here every once in a while and raiding me every once in a while. It's good. The funny thing is the ones that show up here to apologize for killing me while I'm playing. I mean, if I get in a fight, I get in a fight. No problem. If I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. But I've had, Mallow TV show up in here saying, oh, I'm sorry I killed you. Well, I'm not worried about it. I've had Illuminati, Stunning Styles, I think. It's really funny. Ricknote, hello, how you doing? Welcome back. Something just dinged on the watch. Oh, that's Bosk going live. Right. Yep. До свидания. Oh, hello, Access subscribed. Thank you very, very much for subscribing there. Greatly appreciated. That's awesome. Didn't answer the question. Are you playing this game here, Hello Access? It doesn't matter if you aren't. It's not like we'll shun you or anything like that. I'm just curious. But thank you very much for subscribing. That's cool. Oh, cool. Cool. I'm playing all 3 realms to one degree or another. I've spent an awful lot of time on Albion recently. but I have a scattering of characters so that I can try to play the game from 3 different perspectives, right? It's a little slow. Not bad, but a little slow. Stats. We will ignore how many times I've died. I'm up like 10 KRPs or something like that. They're not taking my ranger away. Oh, cool. Are you playing on Phoenix or are you playing on live? Because this is Phoenix here. If you haven't played on Phoenix, you probably should be. Although you'd have to start all over again. But anyway, that's cool. It's a great game. It's still a great game. Here, quickly, this is who I'm playing, just so you know. Except, of course, the Scald isn't templated, so he doesn't get played. The Shadow Blade is only 46.5, but I didn't want to have to do the title where the channel break credits twice, so I just threw him in anyway. I will get him to 50, but he isn't templated. And the Minstrel isn't templated, which is why I rolled the Necromancer, who is templated, but hasn't made enough, spent enough time grinding to make enough to template the mini. That said, I get more people typically watching when I play the Infiltrator than any of the other ones there. And I don't know why that is. It's just if people expect better fights, or because there's lots of people that would never bother rolling a stealther up, or remember it fondly but don't want to do it again, or who knows. Maybe I'm mostly people who want to stream snipe me. Who knows? Where is the task? I'm only realm rank 5 L1, almost L2. So there's a ways to go still. Emen Macha for another 12 minutes. We'll go to Emen and get killed by something. Send me to Dunkrochen. Thank you very much. So in theory, I'm playing on all 3 realms, but the reality is I've been playing Albion and Hibernia far more than any of the mid characters, because when I first played the game, I played Midgard exclusively and didn't play the other 2 realms. And now I'm trying to, I don't know, spread myself too thin, probably. Yeah, okay. Plus, strangely enough, when the game first came out, I didn't like Albion at all, and now I like my Infiltrator immensely. I like my Necromancer a lot. I kind of like Mini. I'm not entirely set on Mini necessarily, but it should be a great class to play. So, okay, rebuff. Re-stealth. Yes. Don't need that. When you do streaming like this, you kind of have to set yourself a mental goal of some sort. I mean, for most people, it's just, I'm going to play this class and get as high realm rank as possible, and that's fine. That's actually quite admirable. I'm sort of like a red setter. I don't concentrate too well on the one thing. So I got all those characters that I can bounce around, so I can play a different style of the game if I want when I get there. I have others in the wings. I have a Bone Dancer that's 40 some odd. Like I said, the Shadow Blade isn't completely leveled. I don't know who else I'm going to roll up there, but I'm sure there's somebody at some point. And at some point I'll have to take characters off the roster because I'm not actually going to... Must be a bard at the speed there. Killed. Because I'm not actually going to play them. And there's a practical limit to how many you can template too. It gets very expensive and involved and everything. Even when I have a lot of help from people out there in the audience. Now, I'd like to find somebody here other than the Power Rangers. Oh, I started to say there. You kind of set yourself some goals or something like that, just as a direction to head in. And part of me kind of wants to have one of each stealther. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but that would mean I need to roll a Nightshade, a Hunter, and a Scout. And then I think I would have everything. Because I got a Mini, I've got a Shadow Blade, I've got an Infiltrator, and I've got a Ranger. Yeah. So 3 more characters. I would need to get to 50 to try them out. And the problem is I don't know if... I mean, I've met people that just absolutely loved Scout. I'm not sure I see why. But then I didn't think about... I never thought about playing a champion and thought that I would like it either. And it's a fantastic class. Love my champion. So... Who? A Scout. I can see playing a Hunter. I played a Hunter before and I liked Hunter. I can see trying a Nightshade. It sounds like they're pretty effective and easy to play. But I'm not sure I see the appeal of a Scout. I can slam. Try to let me hold down my my excitement. Oh no, I've got a long-term friend that I used to play with years ago when this game first came out. Well, I played some with, and he was big on Scout. You see them out here. I've seen them. But I know what you mean. No, I'm talking... Well, this was him playing it years ago. And there are people playing Scout. There are. Here. Server info. Scout. There's 8 of them on right now. Admittedly, it's middle of the pack. I mean, there's as many Rune Masters, Clerics, and Bone Dancers as there are Scouts right now. But there are people... 8 people playing Scout, and the most popular thing being played right now is Hunter with 17. So, I love the fact that it gives you all this stuff. Infiltrator. Where the hell is Infiltrator? Come on. Out there. 10 imps. So there's almost as many Scouts out there as there are Infiltrators right now. And that's kind of... strange, I admit, but there must be somebody out there running around shooting things here and there. Unless I'm, completely mistaken and it's just a fantastic PvE farming. Oh, well, there's that. I don't know how many level 50. You can't break that down, can you? Server info just shows you how many are playing, but doesn't show you what level they are. /U. Frontier Stealther, 13 Albs. So there's 3. Oh no, there could be... Depends on whether or not it's counting Minstrels as Stealthers. I don't think it does. So there's probably 3 Scouts out there right now. Because otherwise there'd be a substantially larger amount of mid-stealthers all the time, if they included minis. Slash who scout. Oh yeah, true enough. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 8 scouts on right now that are level 50. Whereas there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 8 infiltrators right now are level 50. No, 8 out of 8. It would be very anal of me, but it would be very interesting to go and take a look at the demographics of all the classes, and map it against the time zone and everything else like that. Because I would imagine that there's a fair number of people who are zerging during European time when there's lots of people on the server on one set of classes, and then when the population drops North American time, like PST here, and the population's dropping down to nothing, they don't want to stop playing, so they jump on a stealther and stealth. That wouldn't seem unreasonable to me. And I mean, there is really no reason to play an infiltrator other than to be out stealthing and RVRing. They're not a particularly good farming class. One of those people was a crafter, because they were crafting. But then that's a matter of, you could jump on any of your classes on this, in this realm, and be crafting, right? It's all the same. This is really not too exciting here. One minute, 40 seconds left here. Well, we'll just run over to the other bridge. Right. Okay. Sure. Sure. If you've got special armor for that, right. I forgot that even existed, actually. What is happening on the frontier there? Mids and hibs. Just mids. And other than Dunkirchen being controlled by the good folk of Albion, Hib owns most of its stuff too. I think I really actually suffer from the fact that the population is so low. It's probably not a bad time to... Oh, now we're on to Aelin Bloody Vannon. Probably not a bad time to solo, but... Not the best time to get a lot of fights, unfortunately. Okay, somebody's suiciding out. Wow, I'm sorry. I'm probably coming across as really dozy right now. I'm not sure why. I thought I'd slept well. I've certainly had coffee. I've had a little bit of scotch, granted, but I keep neglecting to think of what I was going to say. Yep, I'm sure. Congrats again, man. The congrats on finishing all that, and you know, you said you got to wait till May to get your certificate mailed to you, but still, very cool. That's really cool. Yeah, that's cool. I'm going the wrong way here, aren't I? Where have the hips hidden their dock? Yep, we'll see you next time, man. Thanks for dropping by. There's the docks. What do we got now? We got 12 actual people out there. Hello, actual people. The Cypher hits your torso for 398, minus 243 damage. So they could have been doing really well, except for my ablative here and whatever resists I've got. But whenever I play an archer, I never seem to do damage like that. It's like Isla hits you for 64 points damage. Okay, Aelin Vannon. Where are we? We're in Hibland, so we want to go to Bledmere and jump off. Right? Right. There we go. I think that's right. If not, I'll find myself in Bledmere and everything will be wrong. Oh man, this has been a good stream. Oh, I'm now... Last stream, I had... I finished with 5,008 total views of my channel. And now I'm at 5,110. So I've gone up 100 views from this stream alone. That does mean there's a fair number of people stopping by and going, who is this idiot? Or it's $2 or whatever, and carrying on. But that's fine. Can't be everything to everybody. But that's still cool. I mean, that's 5,110 views right now. And I'm up 3 followers from this stream alone. And 1 subscriber. So, that's very cool. Very, very cool. So that said, if you like this stream and you haven't hit follow, or if you have a spare Amazon Prime you can apply to it and you want to give it to me, thank you. If not, it's okay. Boom, boom, stealth. Get out of here. I'm only here to die anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh, I was supposed to go to Aelin Van and I didn't jump off. I am thick as a brick. Yep. Yep. Wow. Wow. I'll jump on a boat and go back. Popita. Looks like San Francisco server problems changed to EU server better now. I'm not having any problems and I'm on the SF server. Oh, that's a problem. There was no tinder burning there, but I was still getting the tinder damage bonus. That's a little odd when I'm that far away. Like an entire realm. So if I go back to... back to Hadrian's Wall and jump off, I can go and do my Thinganail and Vannon. Get the points for that. I haven't even looked to see if I have any unspent realm points. I should do that. I think I was saving for the next thing, so I was waiting until I had 5 anyway. Can't believe I forgot to jump, though. Too busy nattering. Okay, Benno. Bye. Here. Give me a boat. Thanks. Oh. There's somebody, 2 people out there I don't know. Hello, 3. Hello, folks. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. I'll tell you, I have a Stream Elements overlay across the top of my screen that says I have 42 of 60 towards my subscriber goal. I just picked 60 as a random high number ages ago. I do not have 42 subscribers. I have 23, I think. I don't know why the number's wrong, but it's always been wrong. It used to report 33 when I had far less than that. So it's getting numbers from somewhere, but I don't know where it's getting them from. RVR is best described as dead slow. At least if you're a stealther running around. /U. There are a total of 128 people on the frontiers. All 50s, there's... Oh, no. All 50s, there are 213 total. Sorry. 62 albs, 74 mids, 78 hibs. Total of everybody at 100 albs, 110 mids, and 109 hibs for 319 total. Stealthers, there's 14 albs, 13 mids, and 14 hibs for 41 total. Not the most exciting gameplay. But then I chose to live in Pacific Standard Time. Oh, that's embarrassing. Hello, Jabopper. My stats are really not all that good right now. I have... There, paused. I've picked up 9,728 RPs. RPs earned from kills are only 1347. Kills that have earned RPs are 3. Death blows 2. Deaths 7. You don't care about how much I've been healed, but it was 45.92. And I'm making 2842.3667 RPs per hour. I remain standing is only 192. But then I've deliberately died a few times there too. So the I remain standing thing really doesn't matter when you've said, well, screw it, I'm going to get out of here, and jumped into an 8-man to get killed quick. That sort of thing. And I did do some of that. But I'm also almost 5L2, which is really what I'd like to get. Yes. Yes. Now, when I come to Aelinvan, and these things are never on Alb. Never. And I don't like Aelinvan, and so I don't really want to spend a lot of time here. But no. Okay, so we go straight across that way, and there should be another one about right there. Yeah, okay, over, and that's it. How are you doing tonight, Jabopper? And for that matter, Jason, you. I do not talk to people who are lurking until they've spoken in chat. Because I support the right to lurk. Like Bosk is, well, Bosk was doing. He's actually streaming now, but he was... Wow. Cool. Cool, congrats. That's cool. I'll stop saying that. It's much slower as a stealther. It's much slower as a stealther when you play in a time zone that doesn't have a lot of people playing on. And I really should play during the daytime when there's bigger crowds. But I keep having this real life stuff that gets in the way. It's really annoying. Not the way I was meaning to head? No, that's the other one. Okay. Well, whatever. Yeah, I kind of like... If I stream... What time is it now? 11:30. If I was to stream for another 2.5 hours, I'd start... Maybe even an hour and a half. I'd start getting a lot of the Europeans that are at least logging into Twitch early to watch, right? But that's really stupidly late for me, and I have things that I hope to do tomorrow too, so I'm probably not going to stay on for another hour and a half or so. But I would kind of like to roll over that if I can, and I don't know if I can or not. Who's here to kill me? Anybody? No? I always feel stupid just standing here facing a pole. Come on, longest 30 seconds ever, eh? Actually, this is an even longer 30 seconds. There we go. Now, at this point, I have participated in RVR for this zone, task, realm, and in half an hour and 37 minutes, I will get credit for that, right? And I think if I'm not here, I won't get credit for it, so it's kind of pointless to do it. So, I'll wait. Actually, that's right, I have a handy chart here. How many do I actually need to get? No, this. Sorry, I want that, but this is the chart I was looking for. Shift click. So I'm sitting at 5L1. 5L1. Oh, there was the enemy. Okay, going too fast. 5L1, 513. And I'm at 590. I'm at 590, 913. Then in 4K, I should be... Oh, I see. 4K to L2. Right. Okay, good. It isn't wrong. That won't be coming right away. Yeah, I really should bring myself to log in. During the daytime and play then. But I keep coming up with stuff. I absolutely love Infiltrator. I would never have said that before. I would never have thought that before when I was just all Midgard all the time. But yeah, Infiltrator's awesome. You got all the points in the world. It's nice to be able to say, yeah, I want to do that spec and not have to worry about making a trade-off somewhere. That's quite cool. There really isn't that much of a trade-off. I mean, I'm 38 stealth, 41 thrust, 21 crit strike, 50 dual wield, and 36 in venom. With 14 points left over. I don't really need to be 41 thrust. That's just to reduce the, variance in damage and stuff like that. I don't really use very much from the thrust line. Oh, here we go. Somebody who is much better equipped than I am. And has... Yeah, they got me, but that's okay. Who was that? Who was Maloney? I'll be really entertained. No, Urak. Okay, Urak's killed me before. I've killed Urak, I think, once or twice too, but I think they got the jump on me there. They certainly beat me after that. So, bad on the stats, but then I'm no longer in Elin Vannon, so win-win. Yeah, I really like Infiltrator. It's kind of funny. When I played originally, I played all Midgard. I never had anything in either of the other two realms over probably level 24. Maybe I got something to 30. I don't think I did. And when I came back here, I thought, well, I got to try the other realm. So I rolled in Hibernia as well. And, I mean, I do have mids, but I don't play them very often. I should, but I don't. And I like my hips. And then I thought, well, grudgingly, I got to pick a class in Albion to play because I do want to show this game from all three different realms. And what the hell am I going to play in Albion? And I thought, well, okay, Infiltrators. You're supposed to have all the points in the universe. It's a stealther, and I like stealthers. It's good for soloing, and I like to solo because if I'm doing a stream, I don't want to be getting my group killed because I'm busy having a good chat with somebody and not paying enough attention. And I love Infiltrator. It's awesome. And then I thought, well, I should try Minstrel. There's a PvP event on. I could try it. It won't cost me much to try it and see if I like it. I like Minstrel. It's kind of fun. I can see it's got lots of potential, but I don't have it templated yet. So, okay, well, then I should level up a Necromancer and see what I think of that. I probably won't like it. I absolutely friggin' love Necro. It's fun. I wish it was going to be more effective in RVR, but I have a feeling you can't be effective as a Necromancer in RVR until you're like very high realm rank. So I need to log on during the day and run around with my Necro with the Zerg, getting as many realm points as I can, so that I can then go farm on them, so I can then template the Minstrel and template the Scald that I haven't templated yet, and template the Shadow Blade. That's going to take a lot. So I got to do a whole pile of farming at some point too. But I actually really like Necro. I was Really pleasantly surprised. I tried it before and couldn't figure it out. I missed the essential dichotomy of some spells are pet cast and some are shade cast, and you really need to lay it out and do that in the right order at the right time and everything. And I don't know why it didn't clue into me. Somebody who was watching said, "Oh, I thought it's simple, they're easy. Just do this and this, and you're fine." And they were right. And yeah, I love Infiltrator. I love I love Infiltrator. I like Minstrel. I'll probably love it eventually. There's a lot to learn with Minstrel, I think. And although it's probably pretty forgiving too. And I love Necromancer, but it's not very good at RVR. Either it's really good because nobody's whacking on you and you can just kill things no problem, or they're whacking on you and you go down like, 10 pins. It doesn't take any time at all. So, but there's lots I haven't figured out there too. Now, I also have a Bone Dancer I haven't finished leveling up. I have my Shadow Blade, whom I haven't quite finished leveling up. And they're all going to need to be templated. So I really need to play the Necro a lot more. But I did the Necro as my stream for like 4 or 5 streams in a row. And I think it is a little dull by comparison. Not that this is like stunning entertainment here right now either. I don't think. But I'm trying. But there's just not that many people here, though. Okay, we redid that. This. Bring up the map. What I do like is the fact... Can I go to there? No. Oh, because I put that tower there. No. One more run out to Benno in that area there at least. I don't know what I was going to say. Excuse me. For some or other reason, every time I play... That's what I'm looking for there. Every time I play my Infiltrator, I get more people. And I think I played my Necro so much that I convinced people they didn't want to watch. Because the numbers took a bit of a nosedive. I'm still getting more followers and more subscribers and everything else like that. That's all cool. But... I do kind of want to have more people watching too, because that's a metric that Twitch runs. Sprint. Redo that. Is this one up? 34 more seconds. That's annoying. Nope, can't use any of them yet. Well, we can count off the time easy enough. 12 more seconds. I would probably do a lot better if I played a class where I joined groups, even just with the Zerg, and ran around. But basically every character I have, I'm soloing. Because I don't think it's fair to join a group if I'm streaming. Yeah, I can imagine I'm the minstrel in a group and lose track of what I'm doing while I'm talking to the stream and get everybody killed because I run into another group. No, don't want to do that. Healer in a group or cleric, same thing. Not paying attention, people start dying. No, I don't want to do that either. That's not fair. It could be. It's just more entertaining. I don't know. Well, this is the thing. what I like about the stealther classes is that you can pick your fights. So if there's somebody out there, I can fight them. Now I'm real cash about it. I don't honestly care if I win or lose. I like being entertaining, but I don't care if I win or lose all that much. So, what I keep saying is I don't mind losing if I learn what I did wrong in the fight. But sometimes you don't do anything wrong in the fight. It's just that the other guy's got more realm points or got their backstab or PA off on you and you didn't. And, I mean, there's skill in this game and then there's some luck too. So sometimes it doesn't matter what happened. And there's nothing to be learned from it. I know, it's kind of annoying. And hello to Ducky. Actually, I'm just going to call you the Ducky, even if it's spelt that way. Live with it. Yeah, I know. This game used to be insanely popular. US time zones, right? Insanely popular. And no, it's Europeans. I mean, go Europeans, no problem. I'm glad to have them playing the game and keeping it going and keeping the server going and everything else like that. That's all cool. But they insist on living in the wrong time zone. And that's kind of annoying. I mean, it's not their fault. But I really would be happier if they all would get up, many hours earlier so they could play during my time zone. Well, zero marketing, but also a potential pool of whatever it was. I think its peak was like 350,000 paid subscribers. I mean, back before WoW blew the numbers off of all the charts, this game was actually doing really well. And the reason WoW did so well is because, of course, it had all the people who'd played the real-time strategy Warcraft 1, 2, and 3, who could then be drawn into an MMO. So this game was doing really well. So when somebody comes back with a server that harkens back to the old days to a certain degree, then it's word of mouth, but it's not surprising that we found a couple of thousand people, right? Not at all, to my mind. I'm kind of surprised they don't have to set up another server. However, this is an awesome game. It's one of my all-time favorites. It's the best PvP game ever built, in my opinion. And I'm really happy to be able to sort of promote it by doing streaming of the game. And I mean, I don't care which version people like. If they prefer live, cool. Go play live. I like Phoenix for reasons I've stated many times, but mostly because I started all over again. And this server is really amenable to that. I'm also not holding my breath on Broadsword creating the actual classic server that they promised. I mean, maybe they will, but I'm not going to wait for it all that long. However, if they do, I'll play it and give it a shot. There's basically 3 MMOs that I think are the best ones I've ever played. And I played a lot of them. For PvP, Dark Age of Camelot. No question. For economic system, Star Wars Galaxies. Absolutely loved that. I was a crafter mostly in that game, although I tried every class except one, every profession in that game. Not classes, but profession. Except one in that game. I never played a bioengineer, but I did all the others. And for the group dynamics of the way a group works together, City of Heroes, City of Villains. Those three are just stand far above all the other games, in my opinion. Right, I have 10 characters on Basilisk. I haven't tried any of the other servers. And Basilisk is a bit broken, so, you know, it doesn't really matter. Oh, more realm points came in. Thank you very much. I'll put those with the others. We are at 91% of this particular thing. And if I got into a fight and won it, that would really help. But I don't know if that's going to happen. Hello, Shiloh42. How you doing? Thanks for showing up. See? European. Up early. You're probably eating your breakfast, right? Having your coffee or tea or whatever you drink first thing in the morning? If you're like me in the morning, you're probably sitting there going... I wake up badly. I feel like I channel my cat. My cat wakes up very badly, too. Very badly. Anybody behind us? No. Yep. Did I just get credit for... I did. I just got credit for taking this because I was near it? That is really, really ironic. Somebody had said in chat, Stealthers, please come to Benno's Spire. Oh, I didn't get claws. I have like 3 claws in my collection. I was trying to get there quick enough to contribute, but that's really funny. Matter of fact, let's get out of here. But that's funny that you just have to get close to it. You don't even have to get inside it to get credit for it. That's really funny. Now everybody's taking everything back, because, I guess, the Europeans are awake. 1, 2, 3, there was like, all the spires down here were gone a little while ago. I guess the Hibs will have Krauchen back soon. Volk's been mid all night. Nobody did anything in Midgard. There never seems to be anybody in Midgard RVRing. It's really quite odd. Maybe I just miss it. But... Alan Vannon again. Wow. Assuming I'm just fighting stealthers, which mostly is what I end up doing. There's only 31 of them out there for me to fight. That's really kind of sad. Yeah, I'm going to have to dust her off and play her during the day, too. Oh, sure. I'll take anything I can get. Oh, that's what I was going to check. Right in the middle of the field here, of course. I have 1 point unspent. Woot. Try not to get too excited. All I have is Purge, Banish, and Viper. And the next level of Viper is going to cost me 4 more points, so it's going to be a while. And I should probably get the next level of Viper. And yes, there's good arguments to say I don't really need Purge 5. But you know, it's really nice to have it up every 5 minutes when you're a solo stealther. Means it's available in just about every fight, and honestly, if I don't have it, pretty much guaranteed to lose, right? I am terrible at clicking on people. Absolutely horrid. Eisenhans. A very German-sounding name. But then, of course, theoretically, we're half Saxons here, right? Us Albion folk. There's nobody here. And I just had that up and I've forgotten what I said. Aelin Vannon, I think, right? Eisenhands again. 8 minutes in Aelin Vannon. And I am currently at 592. And I've forgotten where I need to get to. 595. I gotta get 3,000 round points and there's nobody to fight. That's gonna be pretty slow. I'm sorry, but I think I'm gonna call this stream done. I've been at it for 3.5 hours. And I should probably start earlier in the day or something like that, because I'm not getting much out of it, and neither are you. So, there isn't much of a Zerg. I could just jump to Aelin Vannon and run around, but I can't keep up with anybody and say stealth, so, Okay, I will make sure I go follow you there, DAOC Donut Shop, otherwise known as Taco. That is Taco, right? You said, and I can't remember. No, it's Maddie. Maddie. Sorry. Duncan. Yeah, Maddie. Okay, good. You're confusing me on a whole other plane. Anyway, thank you very much, folks, for dropping by. I'm sorry that I'm ending maybe an hour earlier than I often do, but I will see you guys next time on Tuesday, if you come back. And thank you very much for dropping by. I hope you enjoyed it. And here's my end credits. Have a good night.